Welcome back to Power Ride, the place where we bring you the most thrilling, jaw-dropping, and brutally honest car reviews you'll ever hear. And today we've got something that's going to make you question every SUV you've ever considered buying. We're talking about the all-new 2026 Volkswagen Tiguan, a car that Volkswagen claims is smarter, faster, and more capable than ever. But here's the thing, what they don't tell you in the glossy brochures is that this Tiguan hides a few tricks up its sleeve. Some of them will make you want to run to the dealership immediately, others might just shock you to your core. And trust me, you're going to want to stick around because in the middle of this video, I'm going to reveal the price, and when you hear it, you might just drop your phone. The Tiguan has always been Volkswagen's safe bet, a reliable, comfortable family SUV that does everything well without drawing too much attention. But the 2026 model, it's a different beast entirely. They've gone for a bolder, sportier look with sharper lines, a more aggressive front grille, and LED matrix headlights that don't just light up the road, they make it look like you're driving something out of a sci-fi movie. The new wheel designs scream modern sophistication, and from the side, the proportions have been subtly reworked to give it a more muscular, commanding stance. It's no longer the SUV you buy just because it's practical, it's the SUV you buy because it actually makes you feel something when you see it. And speaking of feeling something, wait until we talk about the engine. The 2026 Tiguan now comes with multiple powertrains depending on your market, but the headline act is the all-new turbocharged 2.0-liter 4-cylinder engine paired with a mild hybrid system. This combo pumps out an impressive 261 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque, numbers that put it squarely in competition with some of the sportier luxury SUVs out there. 0 to 60 miles per hour. Just under 6 seconds. Not bad for something that can still haul your groceries and 3 kids to soccer practice. But that's not even the craziest part. For the first time, Volkswagen has tuned the Tiguan's AWD system to be more dynamic, sending power not just to where it's needed, but also for fun. Yes, you can actually feel the rear push you out of corners in a way you wouldn't expect from a family SUV. Now, I know what you're thinking, that all sounds great, but what about the interior? Well, here's where I keep it short, because while the inside is upgraded, it's not the main story here. The 2026 Tiguan gets a new 15-inch infotainment screen, a fully digital 12-inch driver display, and higher quality materials all around. It's cleaner, more minimalist, and finally gets rid of most of the physical buttons, which some will love, and others will absolutely hate. But the cabin feels more premium than before, with ambient lighting that can shift through 30 colors and seats that hug you just enough to remind you that this is a modern Volkswagen. But now, let's get into the real twist, the price. Here's the moment I told you about earlier. You'd expect with all these upgrades, Volkswagen would go all in on making the Tiguan a budget-busting premium SUV. And yes, in some ways, they have, but the base model of the 2026 Tiguan is starting at just $32,000 in the US. That's right, 32 grand for all of this tech, design, and performance. Now before you get too excited, the fully loaded R-Line with all the bells and whistles, panoramic roof, adaptive chassis control, premium audio, and those gorgeous 20-inch alloys, will run you closer to $47,000. That's where some people might raise an eyebrow. But when you compare it to what you get, especially versus other European SUVs, it still feels like you're getting more than you're paying for. Performance-wise, the Tiguan's refinement is where it really wins. The steering feels precise, the suspension is tuned to balance comfort and handling beautifully, and the cabin remains whisper quiet even at highway speeds. And here's something I didn't expect, the adaptive cruise control has been massively improved. It's not just about keeping you in lane, the new system reads curves ahead of time, adjusts speed automatically, and even works better in stop-and-go traffic than some luxury brands have tested. And if you're into efficiency, the mild hybrid system does more than just add power, it actually helps the Tiguan achieve better fuel economy, with numbers hovering around 28 mpg combined for AWD models. The front-wheel drive variant might even crack the 30 mpg mark if you drive it sensibly. But let's be honest, with 261 horsepower under your foot, driving sensibly is easier said than done. Of course, no review would be complete without looking at safety, and here Volkswagen has gone all out. The 2026 Tiguan comes standard with lane keeping assist, blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic alert, and forward collision warning with autonomous emergency braking. Step up to higher trims and you get a 360-degree camera system, semi-autonomous driving capabilities, and even a predictive pedestrian protection system that scans ahead for movement near the road. Here's where I throw in another hook, because while everything sounds perfect so far, there's one thing about the 2026 Tiguan that's been stirring some controversy among car enthusiasts. The shift to a mostly touch-based control system means you'll be relying heavily on the infotainment screen for even basic climate controls. And while Volkswagen insists this is the future of automotive ergonomics, some longtime Tiguan fans aren't happy about it. In fact, early feedback shows that while the system looks fantastic, it takes more time to adjust settings compared to old-fashioned knobs and buttons. So, if you're the kind of driver who likes tactile controls, this might be a sticking point. Another twist. The rumored high-performance Tiguan R might not be coming to all markets in 2026. Instead, Volkswagen seems to be focusing on the plug-in hybrid variant, which will reportedly deliver around 38 miles of pure electric range before the gas engine kicks in. That's great for efficiency, but for those of us who were hoping for a 300-plus horsepower monster, we might have to wait a little longer. Still, as an overall package, the 2026 Volkswagen Tiguan feels like a leap forward for the brand. It's stylish without being flashy, powerful without being over the top, and tech-heavy without feeling gimmicky, well, most of the time. Whether you're looking for a family-friendly daily driver, a capable road trip machine, or just a modern SUV that doesn't bore you to tears, the new Tiguan makes a very strong case for itself. And that's why, if you've been sleeping on Volkswagen's SUVs, 2026 might just be the year you wake up. Between its bold new look, improved performance, impressive tech, and competitive pricing, the Tiguan is no longer just the safe choice. It's the exciting one. So, what do you think? Is the 2026 Volkswagen Tiguan the perfect balance of performance, practicality, and price, or has Volkswagen played it too safe in some areas? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because I want to hear from you. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into one of 2026's most talked about SUVs, make sure you hit that like button, share this video with your fellow car lovers, and of course, subscribe to Power Ride for more reviews that cut through the marketing fluff and tell you exactly what you need to know before you buy. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next.